Welcome back. Let's play some more 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. I'm missing audio, but you can probably hear it. Somehow, every time I do a live stream, I miss one technical detail. Today, the technical details, I have no audio. That's fine. So exchanging the rook pawn has 3 advantages, but that's not the entirety of today's proverb. The remainder mentions what those 3 advantages are. One among those being you clear the way for the rook. 2 being, if you're exchanging it, you do get a pawn. And 3, hang on, what's this? There's not a fork here, right? So we've cleared the way for the rook. Gotten a pawn in hand. I forget what 3 is. There's some third advantage to doing it. Perhaps you remember? I know I've lectured on this many times before, but today apparently I just don't remember. Alright, let's exchange the pawn. I still have no audio, because my opponent keeps moving instantly and I don't have time to fix it. Plus I'm thinking. Actually trying to win. Now, I guess the rook pawn is the pawn in front of the rook, but the rook can change which file it's on. Typically, I play swinging rook openings. Although this game, I elected to just keep my rook where it is. But I don't know how to play this strategy very well. Alright, so my rook is getting confronted. Again, I can't hear anything. What? No. How do I make progress? Alright, this seems reasonable. Or plausible, anyway. They're gonna drop the pawn right back in front of their silver. But now my rook could use this file if I want to. Strange. I don't know what either of us is doing here. Again, they keep moving instantly, so I have no audio, but maybe that'll change. It's now my chance. That's better. So now I can push. I've lost the game, haven't I? That's too bad. So, It cleared the way for the rook. I guess the rook strikes into the enemy camp if you cleared the pawn in front of it. And the third advantage is that you have the pawn in hand.
7分。
I don't have much choice here, unless I'm missing something. I'm gonna do the crazy move here. Oh, that's even crazier than I thought. Whatever. Let's just keep applying pressure somehow. Um, yeah, I look extremely toast in this position, despite not... I don't know. Did I make a mistake somewhere? I must have. But, like, what kind of mistake could I have made? I don't know. Other than a fatal one, but, like, that doesn't say much about how the mistake is made. So we've got this series of tactics that just keeps escalating. The next escalation is that somehow I attack the king. I have to. Well, yeah, what else can I attack here? My everything is floating.
5分。
They're gonna just promote the rook in my camp. I'll just cut that off, I guess. Or delay it. Hmm. This looks crazy, but what else? What could I have? um, I mean, I'm supposed to take the bishop, no? Pretty sure I'm supposed to take that. Oh, but if I take that, I'm in deep doo-doo. That is a conundrum. Okay, fine. Gold drop. I'll give my rook for a gold. Whatever. I can't let their rook in with gain of time. Um, What a cluster. Okay. I mean, certainly I take this. Now I have two pieces in the way. What are you gonna do?
3分、
Okay. What next? Hmm.
2分30秒、
I have to run. This is a problem. Check. Maybe my target was off. I don't know.
2分、
Don't have a lot of choice here. The good news is if they find a checkmate, in some future game I can apply the same pattern. But yeah, maybe the knight should have been on the 5th rank here, and then knight takes pawn and bishop fork hits this rook or something. Ah! Okay. That's impressive. I'm not joking. I am impressed. Do I take it?
1分30秒、
If I take it, surely, well... I think this is right. Now, king takes might have given me a tempo in some lines. I'm being crazy, of course I should take that. I was afraid of lance drop here. But I'm cooked in any event, so I have to play what I can. In a different game, I did play king takes on one of these squares, and then king up was check. Such is not the case this time. King takes looks smarter. I'm down to 1 minute. And while no excuse is gonna save me, I don't know. I guess the other thing I was afraid of is pawn drop, etc. Whereas this stops the pawn drops cold. Maybe this is right. Either way, I need to practice more Sume than I do practice. Lance drop is spooky. Yeah. Lance drop, king has to go to the center. But I don't know if they can... Yeah, no, that is mate. Surely once rook takes pawn promotes, I'm getting mated. And there's no way to avoid that. I play what I must.
1分、
Tricky position. I think that's forced. Since that's forced, that's really bad news, but, well, it is what it is. Huh. Wait a freaking second.
30秒、
What in the world? Ah! Thanks for the game. Yeah, if the king goes up, Lance drop is mate. So, nicely played. 1 down, 2 to go. Good luck. Oh, we are not doing this twice in a row. I'm sorry. 1 bishop exchange in a row is enough for me. Whatever, you can promote, because I don't know how to play openings. That's fine. Whatever. Let's go. I keep delaying moving my silver, but now we'll move it. It's just... Oh my gosh, really? Hey, would you look what they built? And since, oh, what was her name? Yamaguchi provided a lecture explaining that this is the weakness of this castle. That square right there. Can I fully exploit this? I don't know. Sure can try. Oh slash. So, okay, I guess I'm not going to get to easily kick out this rook. Silvers are better suited for activity in the center anyway. I'm going to play the strangest way that you can ever get into opposing rook strategy. But my opponent's built this castle that's just really bunkered down here and committed to not attacking anywhere else. I mean, this is kind of an attack, but, like, I'm just going to have to bring the bishop back, this up, and the rook over. And we'll call it opposing rook strategy until somebody writing a book tells us that we were playing something else. But this looks like an opposing rook to me. Breaking through in the center file might be difficult, so we'll just have to pick somewhere else. Fine. Maybe we'll exchange bishops and drop a bishop somewhere. I don't know. Or maybe I push... I don't know how I'm going to advance that. Looks risky. Okay. Finally, we get to the meat of... We get to the subject matter. The heart of the matter. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. I have to take that, don't I? Unless I'm willing to sack my knight. And I probably am. Screw it. How bad can this be? Let's find out. I need to keep in mind that they have a dragon. That's a bit unusual. So it's going to be 10 times harder to make any kind of attack. Any kind of attack that works. Do I push this? Push, pawn takes, gold up. I'm threatening gold takes. Dragon over. I don't have another... Wait, I do have another pawn. Let's try this. How bad can it be?
7分、
Pawn drop. Why did I not see that? Shogi's hard. Yep. Alright. Thanks for a game. Let's just move on. 2 down, 1 to go. Good luck. Okay, let's play third file rook. Maybe I remember how to play this one. I said third file rook, and look where we land. It's not third file rook. Sometimes we don't get everything we want. Even when we're trying extremely hard to do the right thing. But, again, I'm not practicing enough Sumo Shogi, so don't expect results before then. Of course it's nice when results are positive, but just don't expect them to be positive. Um... Some days it would be nice to have these so-called killer 3Qs, or whatever it is. I feel like I could play okay against a 3Q. Oh, have I lost the game already? I've seen better. um... Let's push. How bad can this be? Let's find out. This looks pretty bad. On the other hand, the castle is missing its bishop. So if they drop a pawn, I could drop a bishop. They'll likely drop a bishop in reply. I don't have any special follow-up to that. Yeah, likewise, if I drop a bishop, they'll probably drop a bishop. This is okay, I think. No, not that. Move order matters. Pawn up first. Yeah, let's do that. I have half Mino castle. This is covered twice, but I'm able to win a silver and then promote this. But then I lose my rook in the process. So I don't actually get to keep the promoted piece, because I'm blind. Well, at least I confused my opponent. Can I continue confusing them? It's tricky. There is one thing I have here. So, for one tempo. Okay.
7分
But I have a counterplay in this case. Yeah, so at least here I can take the knight. You're going to continue defending? I thought defense in Shogi just doesn't work. Defense as a only strategy tends to be futile. Proving that's another matter. But we're trending in a good direction here. Oh, they don't have a pawn in hand. Did they just drop this pawn? I could swear at some point they've had a pawn in hand here. If not, I might have to take everything back. All the comments I made about this position being so confusing. Maybe it's just me that's confused. Yep, take my pawn. I need counterplay. You don't want to block the rook. Exchanging the rook pawn has 3 advantages. You get the pawn in hand. The way for the rook is clear. And the rook sees into the enemy camp, I think, are those 3 advantages. Or it makes room for the other pieces, or I don't remember. Maybe there are 2 different ways to interpret the proverb. What? What? But, what? Interesting. It's clear what they want to play next. Um,
5分
I'm so confused. I think I'm just going to let you take this so you don't get to drop the bishop with tempo. And further, I can drop a pawn in front of the rook. At least for one tempo. What to do? What a fun position. I really want to promote as close to the king as I can. I guess they have this bishop drop fork. Then I can take this pawn and promote here. And well, first I can take the knight, then hit the bishop. If they drop in front of my rook, I have a knight drop here.
$3分
Check. What are you doing, buddy? For the love of goodness, what in the world are you doing?
$2分30秒
Shogi is hard. I mean, I get that they want to win my bishop and win my rook. I just don't think
2分
Shogi is so simple. Gold drop. No, that's not mate.
$1分30秒
Okay, you get both my pieces. I only get one piece. Maybe it's still a fair trade. This has got to be the worst possible way to attack this king, but
1分
is there another way? Wait, no, this is not hanging. Just kidding. I thought I hung this promoted silver. They don't have a gold. Um,
30秒。
let's go. Oh, they have a rook. A rook works. Thanks for the game. Alright, well that's 3 games. Have you practiced your checkmates lately? Because I sure need to. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.